What's up, everyone? This is Dan. Welcome back to Valynt Volumes. I am CEO and founder Dan Spotsville, and next to me I have
Makayla Mitchell. Welcome back, my Valyntpreneurs.
Valyntpreneurs. Look, I'm just gonna start off with I was gonna start off with a college conversation, but I avoided like two big accidents. I was just telling Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Like, look, when I was going to the gym, I literally saw two cars crash, like right in front of me, because somebody was pushing the traffic button. Somebody was playing with the traffic button. That's just my hypothesis. But then on my way here to the studio today, there was an 18-wheeler. I sent you the video. The whole 18-wheeler was on fire. But there's fires in Dallas like every single day that I see on like Dallas TV. But anyways.
But like, I thought this whenever you sent me the video of the fire because like this last week, you've been having really good luck. And I was like, okay, luck after luck after. I mean, let's not call it luck. Let's just had really good shit happening to you this last week. Like,
we should probably touch on that.
Your karma was like really good, and then you had this like second accident happen today, and I was like, oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, it's just happening around me. Like, I just feel like I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't processed it just yet, but yeah, a lot of great things have happened this week. Stemming from one of our clients like raising over $400,000 from one of our leads, which is insane. And they've only been with us like less than 2 months. So that's a huge deal.
It's not insane that they raised it because it's totally possible. I mean, the money's there. The money is just people are opting in. The money's there. So it's not insane that they did it. But it's insane that like we're finally getting to the point where we're having just like good conversations with your clients, like one after another. If they're closing.
Yeah, things are flowing for our clients right now. And then plus like it's Q4. So, a lot of these investors, especially on investments that you can save taxes on, you can write off your taxes and lower your tax obligations. These investments are very attractive, to these investors. So I'm happy. I'm happy that our clients are raising, like this month, I can tell you like we've surpassed like 7 figures in 1 month for our clients.
Damn.
Like verified. Yeah.
That's legit.
Just because that 420K happened for one of our clients too. So like we've raised over 7 figures in the month of November for our clients.
Damn.
I know. It's legit. We're doing some legit stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought up Q4 because like one of the questions I had for you today was actually about how marketing is affected.
Look at you transitioning. Okay. Yeah, sure.
So yeah, how have you noticed or what can you talk about like how Q4 affects digital marketing?
A lot of advertisers are spending anywhere from like 50 to like upwards of like 80% of their budget in digital marketing in Q4. So it affects the advertising quite a bit, right? Like, so for example, like if your cost per lead was like, let's say sitting at like $15 or $20 for a certain type of campaigns that you're running, Q4, that's going to like jump up. It could jump up like double depending on who you're targeting, on the digital marketing platform. So it has a lot of negative effects, I think, for a lot of advertisers in the digital marketing space, depending on who they're targeting again. But there's nothing positive that comes from everybody dumping all their money into social media advertising, in Q4.
But is that trend specific to people who have a product to sell, or is it also applicable to those that have a service to provide? Because I think of Q4 as the holidays of like I'm buying something for someone rather than I'm getting digital marketing. So like,
well, let me put it this way. I guess maybe it's not all negative. There's challenges, right? So like if you're selling products like in Q4, you're competing with, major retailers too, because they're dumping money into like CCTV, into digital ads and all kinds of platforms, right? And then traditional marketing. So you're competing with those people. So like you really got to be honed in on your specific audience. And hopefully throughout the year, you built out a pretty good retargeting list / like pixel data to be able to hit those people with like great what do you call it, promotions in Q4, because I think coupons and promotions is what matters in Q4. Because like I'm looking at like I've been getting like Black Friday deals like since I don't know, I think early as like mid-October. I don't know about you, but like I've been getting those like, hey, buy this and get 50% off. And what they're also doing too is like they're, what do you call it, price matching it if it drops in Black Friday. So like people are shopping early too this year.
I feel like I've seen a lot of commercials like I don't watch normal TV, but I watch like Hulu and Netflix, like the different streaming stuff, so like stuff that has ads rather than maybe commercials. I mean, maybe they're the same thing, but I feel like I've seen a lot of big brands is CCTV something that like small brands can access? Is it something like you can access as an agency? Like, what does it look like?
Yeah. If you don't know what CCTV is, it's basically like, if I summarize it, it's just running ads on like Hulu, or like your, what do you call it?
Fire Stick.
Yeah, Fire Stick, right? So like people that are watching like live TV and stuff like that, like on Spectrum, or what are some of the other companies? Like, doesn't AT&T have like, yeah, you can run ads through there. But it used to be that, running ads through like television networks, like your local TV stations, I mean, it used to cost you probably like 30 or 50 or 100 grand to be able to buy space for like a certain period of time at a certain time of the day. But that's being eliminated for the fact that CCTV came out, and then these big time advertisers' budgets are going to digital marketing, which means that these networks, right, like your TLC or HGTV or whoever, had to open it up to small businesses to be able to run their campaign to make up for their revenue. So like now, starting on like on Hulu TV, like live TV, you can run ads starting at $500. Oh. Which is insane. So like those TV that like in between like Family Feud.
I really want to be on Family Feud one day. Like, I really do.
Yeah, in between like Family Feud, or like, like an NFL game.
Price is Right.
Yeah, or the NFL game or something like that, or like any your favorite show, whatever. Insert your favorite show.
Yeah.
Right? You're able to put your commercial in there and pick the time of the day, the TV network, and then run your ads like within a certain zip code or within a certain city. And it has changed the game for a lot of small business owners. So it really has.
Is that a place that Valynt can run ads?
Absolutely. We have access to run ads on CCTV on all major TV networks. Like, we have that access. I try to push that, like, no BS. Like, I try to push that service, like, shit, man.
We pushed it. Like, okay, so Flashback. Yeah, okay. It was like early year 2 of my time with Valynt. Like, it was still churches. Churches. We had a really big church, like in between here and I think where you live or something, where it's like, I'm gonna stop myself from saying the name, but like they were a huge church and they really did want to like incorporate CCTV, and like it was always something you had in your back pocket, I think. Yeah. But like I forgot about it until now almost. But it's like we had it, we did a pitch for it, you pulled out all the slides for it, but like, that was it. So
yeah, they never signed up, but
yeah, but it's something that's still applicable today to like even your capital raise clients.
It is. I think it doesn't make sense for a lot of our capital raise clients to raise money, but I think after they raise the money and they're trying to push their product or whatever they built from the capital raise money, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think CCTV makes a lot of sense for like local companies, like your HVAC companies, to maybe like your med spa. So like I talked to a med spa just yesterday.
Okay.
That's out in, I think that's out in Houston, right? So they're spending money on like Google ads and I think like Meta and Instagram, but they would benefit from CCTV and being able to run that within like a 3 to 5 mile radius, targeting, their core audience, which seems to be like moms and women between the age of like 29 to like maybe like 50.
I think anyone who's childbearing ages is probably considered a med spa.
Right, because med spa is like, this med spa does like their lip injections, and, just like facials and whatever. So like you can run those ads and target, again, based on gender, age, income, location, the TV shows that they watch. So I'm sure, again, you got to sometimes stereotype in digital marketing. So I'm sure some of these ladies are watching like the Kardashians, right?
Do you think I go to the med spa? I watch the Kardashians.
I think you do.
I've never considered a med spa, but I know some people that work there, and I do watch the Kardashians.
But you get what I'm saying, right? So like we can target people that watch the Kardashians within a 3 to 5 mile radius of that med spa, and then run this like commercial for them, like a 15-second spot or 30-second spot. And again, they can start as low as $500, and they're on the national like TV channels, that used to be like inaccessible. Is that the right word? Not accessible.
Inaccessible.
I
think it's the right word, but it's just maybe where the emphasis on the letters.
Yeah. There you go. So like, but now it's like open, like the playing field is open for for businesses that doesn't have like a huge budget of like $30K to just spend just to run it on like, like those TV stations. So, yeah, it's a change. And Valynt has that capability, and we can do that for any business that's out there, that's a local business trying to reach your audience, if it makes sense.
So like, I mean, that capability that you can offer slipped my mind. Are there other capabilities that Valynt can offer that you want to highlight that maybe we haven't really talked about before?
Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I know, like, because we're in it day to day, sometimes I forget, like, we get a lot of questions like, hey, like, do you guys only focus on capital raise? And yes, like, majority of our clients have been that, because we wanted to make sure like we got this niche down. But like, now that we have new team members, we've really kind of, started to really produce results, like just, consistently for all of our clients that are coming on board. We're opening up our agency to other spaces, right? I mean, again, that's why I was on the phone with or a Zoom call with a med spa yesterday. But speaking of services, I'll just kind of start from the top. So as Valynt Digital, we offer copywriting. We do graphic design. We do full video productions. We do automation setup, which is like automated text, emails. What else? We do AI integration for some of the workflows on the back end, if it makes sense for that particular client. What else do we offer? I think that's like the major things that we're supporting, because like if you just have everything that I just said, I mean, you can have a full digital marketing campaign. Well, we do the audience build. We do a funnel build. What else?
I think there's some of the soft skill parts. It's probably not the right way to phrase it, but like the soft skill pieces of it, like your best practices, because with the different types of businesses you work with, it's anywhere from somebody who's doing crowdfunding, which doesn't mean you're new into the game, but it can be a business who has never raised capital before, or somebody who's consistently raising capital, and so they may or may not have a team that's knowledgeable of how to like court different investors. And so Valynt offers those best practices of, here's the cadences you should live by to call them, to contact them, how to accept no's, different stuff like that. So there's some of those soft skills that there's a lot of like consulting with,
consulting. We don't really charge for consulting. It's just part of our process right now. But yeah, we do a lot of
it's there if you need it, but it's not required to do it the Valynt way, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Because I mean, we are consulting all the time, because like before a client ever even comes on, we're looking at what it is that they've done in the past or what they're currently doing. We're giving them advice whether they work with us or not. So I don't only do that. I mean, Jagger does that as well. Gavin does that. I mean, we're always giving them different ideas, understanding what their challenges are within their organization, on our bi-weekly or like monthly calls. So there's a lot of it's part of relationship building, but it ultimately turns into like a consulting kind of call.
So a lot of people, I mean, there's people that will charge for their consulting. So like, why do you give away the secret sauce in initial sales calls? Like, why are you so transparent with what it is that you do, whether it's the funnels you show or the advice you give?
That is a great question. Because that's a great question. We used to never show people like our back end or share with them like the secret sauce. Insert sauce.
Insert Dan.
But we never used to do that, because like I know initially, like, I was afraid, like, well, what if somebody copies what it is that we're doing? So, like, I think as an entrepreneur, you always have that kind of thought process, like, oh, I don't want to share my ideas, or I don't want to share with people how I do things. But you quickly realize, not quickly, but over the years, like, you realize nobody gives a shit. If they're not trying to, like, be in your space, like, what are you hiding from people? And then on the flip side, there's the ROI, there's more ROI on the positive side of sharing how you do things and sharing your secret sauce, because people are like, oh,
that's like, why
that's crazy. Yeah, that is why we should bring you on as an agency, versus like, being secretive, like, oh yeah, we run ads, but we don't show you the funnel, that sort of thing. So like, we share the funnel, we share the live ads that we're running, we share them the results, we show KPIs, and if they decide not to work with us and then try to go replicate it themselves, then I'm like, go ahead. That's the thought process I have now. So like, being transparent and sharing everything that we do on the back end and how we do things and how we think, I think is what somewhat, has elevated our agency to where it's at today. So
have you ever considered doing like a paid for type of consulting, or do you like see yourself kind of growing into that?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to. But like I mean, I really do have fun though building this agency out. But I also do have fun like, on the consulting side. So like, yeah, I think 2024 like I want to get into some consulting and taking people from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Through consulting. But then I do it now. So like it's not going to be any different. It just what's going to happen is I'm just charging people for it.
I mean,
I just do it every week anyway. Like I had a phone call yesterday. That's a consulting call that I have for 30 minutes. I'm just not charging people,
I mean, as you are building your agency, you have more time to have those consulting calls.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, we've talked about this before with the different affiliations that you and Valynt have with, Frisco, with FC Dallas. Like, you're starting to have like big conversations, and there's a lot of new business in that area. So like, could you ever see your consulting business kind of growing with that?
I do.
Building relationships.
Yeah, there. I think consulting and like the speaking gigs that I want to get into kind of go hand in hand. So I really want to do both. Because you're right though, like, the city of Frisco, like right now has a lot of different opportunities. I mean, Universal's coming. Yeah. We have an opportunity to go and meet with like the Universal team.
It's next week, right?
Oh yeah, it's next. Is it next week? Or no, it's December 1st.
That's essentially next week and a half.
So yeah, we get the opportunity to go and meet the team Universal, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they have to like work with like local businesses. That's just my understanding. Like maybe part of like their deal has to do with the fact that they have to work with local businesses. Why else would they do this meet and greet for the people that are in the chamber of Frisco?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that as an easy way for them to vet out, okay, who actually gives a heck that they're there. Who's going to take the time to go vet them out, whether it's beneficial or not. It could literally just be a lunch and learn, but it also could be something where they're trying to vet prospects, and like just showing up and showing face could like make a huge impact when it actually comes down to like, okay, they want to vet an agency.
Right, whatever. For sure. Yeah, so yeah, that's I'm excited about that too. There's a lot happening out there in Frisco.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, but we have the World Cup coming at the end. 2 years now?
Yeah, I think 2 years from now. But then they also have like another cup happening in like March or April of next year. There's just a lot of different events happening here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even keep up with this stuff. I just can't. You know what I mean? Like it's just impossible to like keep up with all these things that are happening in Dallas,
Yeah.
Like you literally got to pick a lane. Like we really have to. And I think we've done a pretty good job of it.
Yeah.
Picking a certain type of lane for ourselves.
Well, so since like the main focus the last 3 years has been to build the capital raise, like part of Valynt, and there's all this big business coming to Dallas, how is that going to be difficult to like branch out into different industries now?
No, it's not. I think we're at the right timing.
Why?
Because like we figured out capital raises and we've got it down pat. So like now we're kind of able to open up our agency to these other industries. I mean, we got to pick wisely, right? Because look, at this stage in the game for us, like we can work with a med spa, we can work with a HVAC, we can work with a church. It really doesn't matter because the core thing that we do at this agency is understand the challenge of the potential client that we're talking with. And then from there, create a funnel and then create copy and these content and design and ultimately bring new customers or sell more of their stuff, right? I mean, those are the two major things that we typically do. So like if it's a church, then it's our job to bring more people into the church. If it's a HVAC, it's to get more, customers to book a plumbing gig or, somebody's having issues with their electricity. So like it's all tied to new customers and new people coming through the door.
Do you have a soft spot for bakeries still?
I do. I still want to work with bakeries. Yeah. I definitely do because like, because I did it for my sister for so many years and look, if you're a baker, I could tell you that I got the funnel for bakeries.
I got the funnel, and it ain't funnel cake.
I got the funnel for the bakeries. No, like seriously, like this funnel generates people that will buy your cupcakes and custom cakes. Because my sister was selling like custom packages up to like $1,000. Well, she sold a custom package for like $2,000 from the leads that I was generating on Meta. And here's why it works, right? Because we can target people based on their age, income, gender, and then birthday. And like friends of people that have birthdays. So like having all of that data access and putting the right content in front of them they're going to opt in and be like, oh yeah, I need a cake for Matt today, or I need a cake for my brother or my sister. You know what I mean? It's a no-brainer for people to like opt into these things because I'm hitting them at the right time.
Yeah. So to any bakers who are now Valyntpreneurs, hit us up at hello@valyntdigital.com and let us know you're interested in just having a conversation about what that would look like.
For sure. Yeah, that sounds good.
What else do you want to talk about?
I think we got to wrap it up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, it's Friday and, I'm ready to. I got a lot of stuff to do this afternoon anyway.
You going to do Christmas stuff?
I do. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to wrap it up.
Okay. Wrap it up with a bow?
You're on it today. But yeah, I'm putting up like 9 trees.
What?
From a 12-foot tree to a 9-foot to a 7 to an 8 to a 5 to a 3. I got it all in my house. So I'll probably put it in this podcast so people can see it.
That's a lot of trees.
Yeah, we should talk about that like next month because it's almost December. But I've already started early.
You should wear your Christmas sweater then.
I will.
All right
then.
Well, let's wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for listening this week. And as always, if you have any topics or questions that you want us to talk about during the next episode, hello@Valynt Digital is the best way to submit those requests or those topics. So thanks for listening, and
we'll talk to you soon.
See you later. Bye.